Alright, so how are things going in class?
I thought they were going well, but
Do you like the professor?
yeah, she's like really nice.
That's good.
And yeah, so. But like this is Spanish too, which like I haven't taken Spanish since high school, but I took like 4 years. So I was like, oh, I'm good. And like I've learned all of it, but like I don't remember it, and so I don't know. We had to write this like composition,
Okay.
and I thought it was said like your dream vacation, like write what you would do on it if you have $5,000 or something.
Mhm.
And so that's what I did, and she was like, you did it wrong.
Oh no. Okay. So is she saying that that's an X that goes on? Okay.
Because we had been doing like ear plus a verb, but like I knew how to do that, so I used them for a lot.
Yeah.
But then like, I know that is present progressive, but I don't know if that's used right.
So then in that case, what is happening is she wanted it to be something you're going to do, and that would use the ear plus off plus infinitive. And then she wanted also the present progressive. Okay, so that would say the ear plus off plus infinitive is I am going to fly, which would be voy a comprar.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You can tell me if it doesn't. I don't
Well,
know.
that makes sense. Because like
Okay.
I know how to do that. But,
Right.
like I don't understand like why it's wrong.
Okay. Good question. So
Or like when you would choose which one to use, like
okay.
ear versus like.
Cool. So you would use, so if you're talking about the future, since I'm sorry, I misspoke, so it was she wants to do something you're going to. If it's something that you're going to do and you're talking about in the future, you're going to use this tense, the ear plus off plus infinitive. And then if you're talking about something that's happening right now, so you can think of progressive as something that's like in progress. Like we are studying. Yeah.
Okay.
So present progressive would be something that's happening right now. And then this will be something that's happening in the future. Like I'm going to study more later today. You use this one. I am studying.
Okay. So like how would I use it like in my story? If I was like, because I was like, I'm going to go to the beaches, like.
Good. So if you're
whatever.
good. So if you say I'm going to go to the beaches, it's something that isn't happening right now.
Yeah.
You would say voy a tomar el sol. So I'm going to sit in the sun, or I'm going to sunbathe.
Okay.
So it's something that's going to happen in the future. But if you were to say I'm doing it right now, estoy tomando. So this would be happening now.
So like how was I supposed to
Do it here.
Yeah.
So here it would simply, I think pretty much everything she circled, she just wanted to be in that form. So if you say, so this right now says estoy comprando mucho, I am buying a lot. I like to buy dresses and shoes. And estoy comprando, she wanted it to be voy a comprar. So, and the reason we use voy is because that is the yo conjugation.
Yeah. So like why would you say that we had to use 5 like present progressive? Because it doesn't make sense for you to use that in the future.
Right. So she wanted to use, so let's see. Something you're going to do on a dream vacation. Your composition should be 20 sentences long, with each sentence containing at least 5 words and at least 10 different verbs in the ear plus off plus infinitive, and at least 5 verbs in the present progressive. Okay, so I think she was looking for something like, when I go to Cancun, I'm going to sunbathe. I'm also going to shop. right now I'm looking forward to. So estoy emocionada.
Oh, so like I would say like I'm planning this trip
Yeah.
right now, and then I'm going to go on the trip.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's annoying because I could have gotten a lot better grade if I remember.
Yeah. I mean, if you want me to proofread stuff, I'll be happy to do that because, I mean, the whole time, like I was a Spanish major and I would ask people to proofread things because you don't know unless someone points out your errors. You know,
Yeah.
it's like we're all like in that learning process where we need someone to help us recognize our errors. We can't just know them already. You know, it's like we're at that stage. So does that make sense with those verbs?
Yeah.
Are both of these tenses going to be on the test tomorrow?
I know present progressive is, but it's like the way she does it is like how it was on the worksheets online where it's like use present progressive. It says like
Okay.
you use the right form of the star and then the right form of the verb.
Okay.
So she'll probably say like in English like I am buying, so you have to be like estoy comprando.
Okay. I have some worksheets that practice that. If you want to practice that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you can. I got some stuff for the direct objects, the Sarah star, and the present progressive, and then so this one is an information sheet, and then this one's a practice activity. So in English, I know you already have studied this, but we'll just go over it together again.
Okay.
In English, the present progressive tense is a two-part verb form used in the present tense of the verb to be plus ing, called the gerund or present participle of the main verb. The tense is used to indicate something in progress or happening right now. I am talking on the phone. He is eating. They are eating. Spanish is the same, but since there are two verbs that mean to be, which one should you use? A star. Never use there. And then, so these are the conjugations of the star, which you know. Are you guys doing this interest?
Yeah.
You are?
But like we don't have
Okay.
to use it on the test, we just have to know it.
Okay.
But I already knew it.
Okay.
High school, so.
That's so interesting. I studied it like for so many years and no class ever taught me this
Really?
interest. Yeah.
That's funny.
I know. It's crazy.
That's not a lot of girls in my class either. Well, I only know girls. So girls.
Yeah.
But they're like, what's Vosotros? We don't use that. Like, I don't know why we're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really need it unless you get to Spain.
Yeah.
And I'm probably never going to get it. But.
The present participle in Spanish is formed by adding ando to the stem of AR verbs and iendo to the stem of ER and IR verbs. Does the stem make sense?
Yeah.
That's like so hablar, hablando, comer, comiendo, vivir, vivir. Some ER and IR verbs substitute Y for I in the participle. And that's usually if it has a vowel on the last letter of the stem.
So, like, a vowel, like, right before the AR, the ER.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. So that would, our new ending would be the Y-E-N-D-O, so leer, leyendo. So you take off the ER again, and then you just put a Y in front of it instead of an I-E-N-D-O.
Okay.
Leyendo, creyendo, writing. The present participle of IR verbs, which have an E to I and O to U stem change in the preterite tense, show that some change in the present participle. And that rule, you can memorize it, but for me, it was always having to memorize the actual words because we're not that comfortable with the verbs.
Yeah.
In Spanish too, it's like I don't have all that figured out
Yeah.
yet. And I know that your book had some of that. Is your teacher tricky like that? Would she toss in a lot of these?
She does dormir and preferir all the time.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And secure. But, like, those are the ones that she, like, did in class.
Okay.
And she was like, these are going to be blessed. So I know them. So I was like, all right.
Good.
I know those three.
That's awesome. Some verbs are regular. The E changes to I, viniendo. The E changes to I, diciendo. And poder. But if she didn't go over that in class, then she wouldn't. The present progressive. Yo hablo in Spanish can be translated into English as I talk. I do talk or I am talking. Since one of the translations of yo hablo is I am talking, why do we even need the present progressive? The answer is to give a more graphic picture of an action in progress at a given moment. It makes the presentness more vivid. ¿Qué haces? What are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo? What are you doing? This is simply taking it's raining, because since it can have so many a variation of meanings, this is more specific, like it's happening right now. está lloviendo, it is raining, está nevando, estamos andando el domingo. So those are, this is kind of a refresher of it. And then the activity is write the correct form of the present participle of the verb as follows. So the star form isn't going to be here in the first activity. In the second activity, we'll use the star plus the gerund. This one's just the gerund. Sweet. I'm not gonna like grade it or anything. If you have questions, it's just something to like if you have questions as you do it.
What does pagar mean?
Pagar is to pay.
She does like weird stuff on the test or on the quizzes, or like she assumes everyone is just taking Spanish 1.
Okay.
Because like that really should be how it is. And so she'll like have like random vocab like to play guitar. We've never like talked about tocar in class.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put Hugar aside. I was like, I know this is wrong, but like I know it means to play.
Mm-hmm.
And like a bunch of people did that, and she was like, well, you should all know that tocar means to play an instrument. And we were like, but you didn't ever tell us that. And she was like, well, you should have learned it already.
That's
So it's like,
yeah. I think it's part of the teacher.
oh.
Good. Awesome. Do you feel comfortable with that? I think so. Okay. Do you want to keep doing that, or do you feel good about it? And what about this one down here with so in the following sentences, change the verbs from the present tense to the present progressive. So it has it in the present says yo miro la televisión. It says yo miro, so you know it's going to be the yo form of the star. Estoy mirando.
Okay. So los pasajeros embarcan. The passengers embark.
Good. So they're like leaving, they're going, and
Okay, so it would be están embarcando. El hombre busca su asiento. He está buscando. What is su asiento?
busca su asiento. Is luggage. You might have thought of equipaje. Is that the one that you
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both.
Preparo la comida. Estoy preparando.
Perfecto.
Nosotros somos. Estamos saliendo.
Good. Good. And what you're really good at is it can be easy to say, put an ending on the second verb. Like, I know when I started learning this, I would say estamos, and since that was plural, está bien dos. But you're good at that.
Thank you.
Okay, so you seem to feel comfortable with that. So that's the present progressive. It is unique. So it's all, and what will you explain to me what the present progressive is?
Present progressive is something that you're doing. So like we are studying, so like estamos estudiando.
Good.
So,
Great.
yeah.
Perfect. Alright, and then let's do just in case she asks you to write a paragraph like this.
Oh yeah, she said we have to do like, I don't know if we have to write a paragraph, but we have to do, yeah, we do have to write something.
Okay.
And then we have to do like, we have to do like an essay and she'll ask a question about it.
Okay.
Reading composition or something.
Okay, cool. So why don't you write 2 sentences, or really you can write 2 to 5 sentences using 2 or 3 of these and 2 or 3 of that. And you can draw from this and just write it with the same topic, but just with the appropriate use of the ear plus off as infinitive or present perfect.
It's about K.
Or sobre, sorry, SOBRE.
Okay.
Yeah, these would all be great, because any of the writing assignments that she gives you on the test, you're going to want to draw from this vocabulary for sure.
Now that I know we have a vocab, you must be on the stuff. Oh, man.
Okay, so a prompt that she might say, is there a certain country you guys have been learning about?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Okay, so a prompt that she would likely use is, tell me about the trip you're planning to Puerto Rico.
Okay, so we have to talk about like, well, there's like a section on the culture of Puerto Rico, and so we have to talk about like, there's a radio telescope there, and like, there's like an underground river or something. It's like the 3rd longest in the world.
Okay.
So like, I could say like, I'm going to these places. Well, I could say,
I'm learning about, you can say I am learning about these things in class, and so I'm excited to go there
yeah,
and see it.
yeah. I think that's so like, to like aprender. So estoy aprendiendo.
Aprendiendo.
Aprendiendo